Alright, here's part 7 of the tutorial, which is you beat the first 4 Robot Masters and you beat Blade. Now you get 4 new sets of Mega Man 5 bosses. You start on Crystal, so he's always your first. I always go right, which is the 90% route, so I go Crystal, Napalm, Stone, Charge. If you want, you can go left, it's the same thing. You can do Charge, Stone, Napalm. But Crystal is always your first. We're going to start with Crystal. We're going to spend quite a bit of time on Crystal. The reason for that is it's the longest stage. Well, one of the longest stages at least. And it's also one of the most technical ones in a sense. And there's also health management. So you start with 3 slides, 1, 2, 3, 4 when you fall, and then you jump up here. If you do 2 more slides, you gotta watch this hole. So here's what often happens. I'll try to replicate it. You slide. You can fall into that. So let's say I did this. Oh, I fell. So it's actually a lot easier than it looks. So to remedy that, you do a short hop here. Make sure your jump is short enough on here. It doesn't need to be perfect, but make sure like half of Mega Man's on it. But if Mega Man's full on it and you do 2 slides, then you land about right here. It's still pretty dangerous to fall. You want to do like a half jump. Make sure the front foot lands. You do 2 slides forward, you have this room. So you have enough room to do another slide safely. Okay. Now, if you want to be extra safe, just do 1 neutral slide out of the first 2. So slide, neutral, and neutral will land you back even more. So neutral, slide, 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 jump. This particular jump the natural instinct is to jump out of your slide and you might tense up and push a high jump here. But you can do a pretty low jump here and make it over. Make a low jump so you can jump back up on the ladder as soon as possible. Something like that. So here's what it looks like in full. Something like that. Next screen. All you have to do is hold up. No problem. We're gonna make a save here. This particular screen, you do a short hop and slide, and it gets you to about here. So there's a couple ways you can deal with the screen. Here's how I like to do this screen. See if I can replicate it. There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna wait for this guy to leave. So the first thing you do is you do a full slide, a short hop over and a full slide, and you land about here. And you want to do you just hold up and jump, you'll see it'll grab the ladder and you have a lot to climb. So you want to kind of do like a corner jump and grab the ladder a little higher like this. Now, one thing to note is, we talked about this earlier, here see how I bonk my head. So the first tile on top of the ladder is considered a bonk, so it looks like I could be able to clear a lot more here, but I can't. So grab the ladder as just before you're about to bonk. Here, if you grab the ladder when you bonk, Mega Man will kind of like fall like that. I'm exaggerating it here so you see, but you start getting a downward trajectory again, so you have to climb more anyway. So try to grab it like on the pixel before you bonk your head. Okay. And this next one, you basically want to do like a corner jump, so you would tiptoe and hold forward and up, and don't press up right away. Like just hold left and do your jump. Grab the ladder higher. You just hold upright and jump, this will happen. You have to climb everything. Just hold left and jump. It's not that hard of a jump, but it takes practice at first. And then you'll kind of just get it in your muscle memory. If you miss, something like this happens and you fall and you have to climb this again and try again. Alright, let's look at it again in full. Slide. Oops. See what happens. Like, it's a time loss, but just go for it and you'll eventually stop missing it. This next screen, 2 slides and you jump up here, and you have full jump and kill him, and you ignore the drop, just keep going. Here's the other option. You can just go and not kill him, but look at the lag caused when he drops his bomb, so you lose a bit of time. If he doesn't drop anything like that, that's the best, because there's no lag. So if he drops something, it's like slower or equal to not killing him. But if he drops nothing, then you're saving time. And you don't need to stop for the drop, that definitely is slower than anything. But even if there's a drop, just keep going. Okay. The other one doesn't drop his bomb fast enough that it starts causing lag on the screen. So just ignore the second one. I made a save state here because there's 2 things you can do here. You can just let yourself fall neutrally, which you'll land about here. You'll need to do 2 slides and jump over those spikes. You do 1 full slide here, you land here. You still have a lot of room to do this. While you can even do like a neutral and land even further and do that, but as you can see, you can still die. But if you hold forward, you land about here. So if I hold forward here, you land about here, then you do a slide. You don't have as much room to do your slide there. It's a lot harder. So I recommend to neutrally slide here. Like neutrally fall and then do it. But if you're going for world record or you want to optimize, then keep holding right and you'll have a lot less room to do your second slide. Like that. Okay. So what you do, you fall and you jump on your peak here, and when you bonk your head up here, you release your charge, but you also move forward to kill this guy. So it looks like this. Let me just do the third one. You kind of have to keep your momentum going so that your charge is ready when you need it. As I mentioned earlier, be more safe, you can land there. And here you want to shoot it like once Mega Man has cleared the height of the crystals you're supposed to land on there. Alright, click a save here. We remember these. They cause lag, and this guy caused lag, and there's all kinds of lag. There's 2 ways you can go about this. I mean, if you're not comfortable, you can do this, but you might get hit. Make a charge and jump and kill him as soon as he appears on the screen. You have to watch out here though. I'll show you what happens if you jump too early off the rock. The kickback of the buster can kill you. Something like that. So be careful with that. Make sure Mega Man's front foot is no longer on the tile before you jump, like that. And let go at the peak, so that it grazes the head coming up. Like that. Like you have quite a bit of room, like even if you're at the highest point, it usually hits it. If you're audacious, slide on this, and slide again, and then shoot him on your way down. This is what happens if you miss it. But it's a little faster. Alright, this next screen. Just slide down and hold left, fall in this crevice. Get hit, keep holding left, and then you slide right. Your iframes are enough to make it all the way to here. And then you come in here and you jump and you grab the W. So we didn't talk about this yet, but the Wily letters in this stage are the robots, crystal, napalm, stone, and charge each carry a letter for Wily, and it's not to get beat or a special weapon. You can't go into Wily stage without them. To avoid revisits, we have to go get them. Normally you would grab them from the other side really quickly with a ring attack, but since this is Buster only, we have to come the route here. So you slide in here and you jump up here. And you slide and start charging when you're on transitioning so you can kill this guy. Now there's one thing to know here. If you land, that can happen if you're too slow. But if you shoot as soon as you land, Mega Man will kind of do that tiptoe backwards animation, and then you can slide. While if you shoot him just before you land, the animation is done by the time you land, so you can smoothly do a slide like that. So charge, hold right, let go just before you land, so you can smoothly slide. And here you do this. From the first falling rock, you do like a half jump to grab the ladder. If you miss it, you'll land here. It's not a big deal. You just jump here. But there's like no risk at all to go for it. See, that's what happens. If you miss it, then it just looks like the standard. That's what you want. I'm gonna test something here. I'm just noticing now, I don't know if you can slide off this. See, that's the danger, so don't even try that. Alright. This particular screen, if you keep holding up, bam, you lose a ton of health and you fall. Don't do that. There's two things you can do here. You can kill him without a charge, which I find is slower. You gotta watch. Like, position your hand to be around. You see the white blocks on the outside wall? And make sure Mega Man's hand doesn't pass it. Yeah, I'm not that far up over it now and it hit me. Make sure your hand is equal or lower right here, like about there. It's good. And you see you're too short for a single shot to hit them, but you can hit a charge shot here. You can nick him. And as soon as you kill him, you go up a little bit, drop on the ladder, and jump up here. We talked about this earlier. Mega Man climbs really slow. You gotta let go up here. If you try to drop and you hold up, that happens. He like immediately grabs back on. So you want to hold left only and jump up here. The reason why you also don't take damage from him is because there's another big guy right here. Because health is important in this stage, I recommend to kill both. If you're feeling lucky, you can take damage from the first one. So after you kill him, which you can from here, you jump and you land about here. You land more like here. Two things you can do here. You can slide and do this, which is the fast. A full slide will get you like exactly the amount you need to make this jump happen. Like that. If you miss it, it kind of goes like that, or like this. It's not that big of a deal. I recommend to try it. Another thing you can do is slide, stop, and then set it up if you're concerned. Kind of like that. Which is still faster than missing it. But like the first ladder jump that we did like that, just learn it. You'll get good at it in no time. This particular screen, you can do a small slide here. There's not much room, but if you're not comfortable with doing it, just jump up here like this. Not do your slide and jump up here. There's a couple things you can do here. You can kill this guy, charge, kill this guy, and die. That's a common scenario. Usually you would like charge, turn around, kill him, stop a slide here, get to the edge and kill him, and then jump up here. The reason why I say the edge, let me try to jump back there. No, I can't. Okay. Like, let's say he's here and I kill him like over here, and I try to move forward, he's there again. There's not a lot of room for him spawning and despawning here. Let me try like here. It's like kind of like if you pass the pole here on top of me. You'd be okay if you don't bonk on it like on this side. There's not that much room. Kill him on this side. And then you can slide up there. It's definitely harder. Here's what it looks like a little bit faster. You do something like this. Okay. The other strat is you can avoid the first guy altogether. You can just go like this. It's a little faster, although there is lag to deal with. So you have to adjust how you do the jump. And it's a dangerous jump, it's the spike jump that you can die to. The checkpoint's right here, so the death is not the worst if you have to take one. But practice this. Here you just slide on this. You can't get the P chips that I took while the block is shaking. You don't necessarily need it, but what it does is it allows you to buy more E-tanks later as safety if you need to. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I dry up talking about this stage because it's pretty long. Okay. So after you come here, you just slide over. You can hold, there's a couple things you can do. You can hold right, which brings you about here, and then you jump over and you fall in here. The other option is you wait and you do a small jump and let the transition carry you over the gap. I personally prefer doing the carry over here. Now, to fall in here, what you want to do is do a slide cancel where you're near the edge, like that. The forward momentum will carry you a little bit forward, so you have a bit more room than it seems. When you slide, this is what happens if you miss it, you fall on the other side. You can just hold left and fall again, it's not a big deal. So I like to do this. As you can see, the jump has to be like, not too high, but there we go. This particular screen, as you can see, if you overslide to the right, you're dead, because Buster only, you can't jump back up there, and there's no way to make the rock go down enough for you to make it over. So, you fall here, you make the rock shake twice. When it falls, start charging here. Can slide this, but it's dangerous. The reason why you don't slide it is sometimes you will get subpixeled. Let's see if I can make it happen. See, there it worked, but sometimes you'll fall on the spikes in between. I'm not sure exactly what happens, what that does. I'm guessing when the block shakes, it has a different subpixel while it's shaking. Excuse me, had to take a drink of water. Okay, this particular screen, it has a global timer. As you can see, the skull was already charging here. I knew it was going to happen to me as I tried to show it, and sure enough, it happened. So be careful with that. I mean, the safer strat is to not do a slide there. You can do a little jump like that, or you can wait till the block is at the height it is there. Okay, next screen is a lot time-based. You want to slide here and charge. As soon as you release his crystal, kill him. and you can make this jump. As you can see, it's pretty tight. But as the more you do it, the less tight it feels. So kill him as soon as he releases his crystal. And you can jump over. You can guess what happens if you're too slow at killing the skeleton. Let's see. Oh, I got hit. So the window's pretty tight, but not that tight. As long as your movement's decent. You want to do like a half jump off here. And then there's more here, of course. You want to slide, jump this one. You can jump you can slide the second pillar, but it's really hard. I recommend you just jump and you slide the rest like this. So here's what it looks like in full. Sorry, dog percent. Rush is not calming down. There you go. Alright, practice it. Eddie often drops health here. Probably saved too early there before he got on the screen, but he often drops health here, so if you want to wait here and see what he drops, there you go, there's some health. I guess the RNG for Eddie is determined much at the end of his path or transition. Looks like he's dropping a lot of stuff I don't care about here. But you can even drop an E-Tank. You can see what he waits, but the fastest is just to slide under here and fall here. So when you slide, hold charge and hold right and kill this guy. The reason why is you need to do 2 quick slides and beat this crystal that falls. You hold right, shoot it while falling down, 2 slides, jump, slide, jump. Okay. As you jump the second crystal, you want to start a charge, so okay, so charge. You can start charging early if you want. And you jump and kill him right here. And then you kill this one. And you have a decent amount of health here. You can choose to deboost this guy so it's faster. But if you're worried about your health, then don't deboost the skeleton. So this particular one has a timing you want to kill him. You want to kill him. You don't want to charge too early here, but that's the drop of doom. So that drop makes it really hard to do the second drop, second slide. You want to charge about when you're jumping over here so you can kill him like that and kill this one. I haven't found a way to double kill them together. I still think it's possible, but for now, just do 2 separate charges. Now, here's what I was saying. If you have a lot of health, you can deboost this skull, or you can jump over this crystal and then kill him. Since the level's pretty dangerous, I recommend to start and do this. And here it's just like an auto scroller. You don't have to slide, you can pretty much walk all of this. When the pillar behind me here is done, you jump. And you jump again. That's all. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, just practice it. Alright, so here you want to slide and jump up here. You can do 2 slides here if you want, but you're pretty close. Like, you do a slide here, like you're already pretty close to the block. It's hardly worth it to do a slide, so I like to do just 1 full slide and a jump out of it, right on the ladder like that. Here you want to slide down and shoot him twice. Here's what happens. Comes back if you leave. So if you shoot him too much, then he boils over. If you shoot him with a charge, then he goes a little too far. You half charge, he leaves. So don't worry about it, just do bam bam and jump on him and over. You don't have to slide on him if you're scared. You can just hold right here and do this. But you can slide on him like that and slide again. You don't have to kill this guy. I kill him out of habit while falling, but you don't have to. But the two you want to kill is this screen. So you want to do tap tap and kill them. Here's what happens if you don't kill them. Lag. Here it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting far, and spike. The fall and hold right, but if you hold right too far, dead. So you want to do like a wiggle, go right and then go back left. And here you gotta wait for this one. I'm gonna make safe state here. The next pillar, you see, oops, sorry, let me make it closer. Right here. This pillar here, it goes up, but it can shoot you upwards at a certain point that you're on it, that you can skip one of these cycles. Let me see if I can do it. You gotta time your jump with it shooting you upwards. There you go. It kind of shoots you upwards. It's not a big deal if you don't get it, but it's a few frames. Here when you fall, shoot this guy. And here's where you have to make a decision. You can wait and kill him, or you can go through. With the health I have now, if I'm above half health, I'll go for it. Don't miss him or else there's lag like that. So wait till you fall to kill him, and then you can deboost through him and keep going. But for safety, you would wait here and kill him. Okay. Here, these pillars disappear, but it takes a while. I think you have time to do that jump. So you want to do like a half jump to land in this. If you do a full jump, it's okay. You'll just hit the wall and lose time like this. Start charging when you jump over. So slide. Do 3 jump slides and then do a short hop and kill him. The reason why you do a short hop is if you don't short hop and just shoot, you'll miss him. You'll fall right between like that. And one more thing. You shoot while you land and this hits you. So you want to do just a small hop and release your charge. Last screen here. This screen is important. Obviously there's spikes here. But normally what you want to do is do a full charge and kill him. Okay. I usually have a charge by the time I'm ready here, so that's me for my safety. But you gotta walk a few frames here before releasing your charge. So I'm just gonna start here to show it. You see every time I do a charge shot, Mega Man goes backwards. But if you fall down here and release it too early, bam, in the spikes right in front of the boss. And where do you start? All the way here, which is like a minute and a half or more of a death. One of the longest deaths in the game. Okay, so I urge you to take the step forward. Right here, step forward and then shoot. Okay? Just from experience. Alright, Crystal Man. So Crystal Man, let's watch his behavior first. He jumps up and he stretches out and he shoots these 4 crystals. It is possible to dodge them. And sometimes he does that little bullet. But you see how faster when there's no bullets, how faster the stage is. And look now, he's putting the crystals on screen. Look how slow stuff has become. Okay. So the goal will be to avoid these crystal balls. You see if I get hit by them and I jump into them during my iframes, Mega Man gets rid of them. Let's try again right here. So I get hit here and then I intentionally jump into these to get rid of them. So you want to start a charge here, and you're going to slide forward, and when his foot spreads, you jump and hit at your peak. So if you shoot too early before his foot are spread, you're going to miss it. His feet has to come out. You don't have to slide actually, you can just do a full jump and shoot. But make sure it's at the peak. And his feet are out. Okay? And what you want to do is intentionally take a hit from one of the crystals. Like this. And then you slide into the other two. Now there's only one on screen. Maybe here, like absorb them like that. It's a pretty laggy fight, but as long as you get rid of part of the crystals, it's not too bad. So you can jump into that one intentionally and slide like that. Like that's a pretty good crystal fight. If he only does that pattern once, you're good. And of course, you want to finish in the middle. I'm not going to spend too much time on that fight, just practice it. These patterns are very similar. And that's the crystal stage. Ooh, she's a long one. I had to hydrate for that one. There you go, that's crystal.